for you is, tonight, and one of the points I want to make to you is that there is enough of some very good pet foods all across the spectrum, some that are in the middle of the road, some that are more expensive, and some that are less expensive. And so price doesn't actually fall into it as much as just how well your animal likes the food and how well they do on the food. That's the other criteria. And quite frankly, along with price also goes convenience, right? I mean, if I stood up here and told you the very best food that you can buy is something that's going to require you to drive 3 hours to go and get, you'd be like me, and I'd be like, okay, what's the second best food that I can get 5 minutes on my way home? I mean, that's what I'm looking for. So we make decisions like that all the time. Nobody said anything really, though, about nutritional quality. I mean, I heard high protein and low fat, but that's just amounts. But what about the quality of the food? Can you judge anything about the quality of the food from what you see? So let me ask it this way. Is this a high quality food or a low quality food? And you say low based on what? The name? Because it doesn't sound like what?
It's not a brand you know.
It's not a brand you know. Okay, so if you can't see that in the back, this is called Alley Cat. Does anyone know who makes Alley Cat? I don't even know, but I think it's Del Monte. Yeah, it's Del Monte. All right, what kind of a company is Del Monte?
Don't they make fruit cups?
Yeah, they make fruit cups. They're a human food company dabbling in pet food, okay? So that's just a little bit different than like a company like Iams or Hills or Purina. They make pet food, and they don't really dabble in other stuff. Their parent companies do. All those companies used to be, Hills, Iams, Purina, they all used to be privately held. And within the past 10 to 15 to 20 years, they have been purchased by what would be called major conglomerates. So Iams was purchased by Procter & Gamble, Hills was purchased by Colgate-Palmolive, and Ralston Purina was purchased by Nestle. So those are all major, human product manufacturers. So this food, how can you tell what's the nutritional quality? What's on the label that you might want to check out?
Vitamins and
What type of what?
what type of meat or vegetable or anything.
What type of meat or vegetable? Okay, so what part of the label do we have to look at to evaluate that? Like that's not right here.
Nutritional facts.
The list of ingredients. Yeah. You raised your hand also. Were you gonna say something else?
No, that's all that.
Okay. So there's a list of ingredients, usually on the side panel, and there's also some numbers. Minimum amount of protein, maximum amount of water, maximum amount of fiber, that sort of stuff. And I'm just going to cut to the chase and tell you that for healthy dogs and cats, you can't evaluate the quality from one bag to another just by looking at the list of ingredients or those numbers on the label. Okay? You cannot evaluate the quality of the food. There's nothing there to make an appropriate comparison. So you can look and you can say, oh, well, I see the first ingredient here is ground yellow corn, and then that's followed by soybean meal. Well, that tells you is the primary protein source in that is plant proteins. That's all it says. Doesn't tell you if it's a better quality than this food. Let's see, this food is Fancy Feast, and it's a Fancy Feast with savory chicken and turkey. And the first ingredient on the ingredient list is brewer's rice, followed by poultry byproduct meal. So that might not sound all that good to you, but and your cat may not really like it, but other cats do. And it doesn't really matter because it's the whole list of ingredients and it's being put all together to meet their nutrient requirements.